In a wide and sunlit plain where tall grasses waved like golden threads, there lived a mighty lion whose very presence shaped the rhythm of the land. His name was Taramis, and every creature knew him as the king of the plain. His roar could silence storms, his stride commanded respect, and his gaze felt like fire. Yet behind this power, there was a quiet loneliness he never showed. He trusted few and preferred silence to company. One warm morning, as the first rays of the sun spread across the horizon, a figure appeared in the distance. It moved slowly, heavily, like a traveler burdened by long miles. When it finally came closer, the animals realized it was a large brown bull. His name was Saran, and his steps carried the weight of loss. A merciless drought had taken his herd. His home was gone, and he had wandered for days searching for water, grass, and a small corner of the world where he could rest. The animals whispered among themselves. A stranger on their land, strong, unfamiliar, and alone. No one knew what his arrival would mean. When Taramis approached, the grasses bent beneath his steps. Saran felt the lion's presence even before he saw him. He lifted his head and spoke with calm respect. "I mean no trouble," the bull said. "If my presence disturbs your land, I will leave immediately." Taramis studied him carefully. There was honesty in the bull's eyes. No challenge, no fear, just sincerity, and that was something the lion rarely saw. "You may stay," Taramis said. "As long as you respect the ways of this land, no creature will harm you." From that moment, an unlikely bond began to grow. Days passed, and Saran settled near a stream where the water shimmered in the light. He helped small animals move stones, carried fallen branches from pathways, and used his strength with kindness rather than pride. The creatures of the plains slowly warmed to him, and whispers of fear turned into murmurs of admiration. Taramis began visiting him at dusk, when the heat softened and the sky turned purple. Their conversations were gentle, unhurried. The lion spoke of old battles and the heavy responsibilities of leadership. Saran shared stories of storms, loss, survival, and the quiet courage needed to begin again when everything familiar disappears. Their friendship grew quietly but powerfully, surprising everyone, including themselves. But not all hearts greeted this bond with warmth. A sly red fox and a few jealous jackals watched from a distance, their envy sharpening day by day. Before Saran arrived, they were the ones the king listened to. They fed him news, warnings, and flattery to keep their importance alive. Now, the lion listened to Saran more than to them, and the shift ignited their bitterness. "The bull has stolen the king's attention," the fox hissed one night. "If this continues, our influence will vanish." Jealousy twisted into something darker, and a plan took shape. The next morning, while Taramis rested under a wide acacia tree, the fox approached with trembling steps, trembling not from fear, but from practiced deception. "My king," the fox whispered, "I bring troubling news. Last night, I overheard the bull speaking to a few animals, speaking of gathering supporters. It sounded as though he wished to challenge your rule." Taramis froze. "Saran, challenge me." The fox bowed deeply. "I only speak because I care for your safety." And then he left, but the seed of doubt remained. The lion grew quiet in the days that followed. Suspicion clouded his thoughts. He avoided Saran, spoke less, listened less. And Saran, who valued honesty above all things, felt the shift immediately. One evening, he approached with gentle concern. "My friend, have I done something to offend you?" Taramis replied coldly. "A king must be careful who earns his trust." The words pierced Saran deeply. He had done nothing but offer truth and loyalty, yet the bond they built now trembled under the weight of a lie. A black crow, clever and sharp-eyed, had witnessed everything. He had seen the jealousy, the whispers, the growing poison, and he admired Saran's quiet goodness too much to stay silent. That night, the crow visited the bull. "You are trapped in a lie," the crow said. "If you stay silent, the lie will grow. You must face this." Saran nodded slowly. "Truth must not hide," he said. The next morning, Saran walked straight to the lion. His voice was steady. "Taramis, a shadow stands between us. Call those who spoke against me. Let them repeat their words in front of us both." The king agreed. The fox and jackals were summoned. They arrived nervous and sweating beneath their fur. When questioned, their stories wavered, broke, contradicted each other. Their lies fell apart like dry leaves, and Taramis, watching closely, saw the truth at last. With a roar that shook the plain, he banished them forever. When they were gone, the lion turned to Saran with regret in his eyes. "I wronged you. I allowed a lie to poison my judgment. Forgive me," Saran answered with quiet grace. "We all stumble. What matters is that we find the courage to rise again and the honesty to admit when we've been misled." A warm breeze swept through the grasses. Birds returned to their songs. The land felt lighter, calmer. Their friendship, once wounded, healed stronger than before, no longer built only on conversation, but on truth proven in the face of darkness. And from that day on, every creature of the plain remembered an important truth. Strength may rule the body, but trust rules the heart. And trust, once tested, shines brightest when truth is brought into the open.